Andy Martin?
Yeah.
Great kid. It started out, I remember Andy was a little spitfire when he was coming into the program, and has matured into a very nice senior. He'll be eventually at 113, but again, the season's young. He's up at 120 right now. He'll be down, but fierce competitor. Doesn't like to lose. He does not want to lose to anybody. One of his hallmark wins last year was against the state champion from Apple Valley. So you don't do that by just showing up. He works his tail off and is a nice cog to have in our puzzle.
He goes by the nickname Mario.
And how did that come about?
He looks really Italian, so one of his, the captain of his team when he was a freshman, nicknamed him Mario. So it just stuck ever since then. Prior to his freshman year, Andrew was a hockey player, and he's relatively small for his size, so hockey wasn't necessarily a good sports choice for him. And I have to credit Coach Mavison for encouraging Andrew as a freshman to join wrestling. And he started out as an alternate, and by the end of the season, he made it to stay with the team as an alternate. So he, I think it was just something that the coaches saw in him, and he found a passion in it. He likes to get centered, so he'll put on headphones and he puts his hood up so he can't really see a lot of people, and he paces back and forth and he hops around a lot, and he just likes to center and stay focused on wrestling. He doesn't want to talk to us, he doesn't want to look at us or interact with us up here in the audience, even though we want to talk to him and encourage him. He's just really focused.
Wrestling, I didn't really like in the beginning. And my dad said, I'll give you 1 year, and if you don't like it, you can quit. And I got into it really. It was really fun.
What words were you of encouragement were you giving him?
Well, it's the first match of the year for both teams and everybody. In the first match of the year, you're going to have your little shortfalls or shortcomings. And Elijah put himself in position to score a couple times, but also took himself out of a couple scoring situations by doing some things that you should never do. And he knows that. And the season is a long way from over, okay? And I know he's a heck of a competitor. He does not like to lose. 6-5, that's a tough loss his opening night or match of the year. But we'll take losses like that as long as we can learn from them and move forward.
Okay.
We've got coaches that care about the kids that care about each other. And I'll do anything for the boys during a match to try to put them in a position to win. And like I said, I would consider myself a player's coach or a wrestler's coach because I have only their best interest in my heart and my mind when we're coaching. And we'll just take, if we sense the blood, we're going for the kill right now. I'm not going to lay back at all. And if we're in a position where we got to come up out of that hole, we got to dig and dig and dig until the very end. And our losses tonight, they were close losses, except our younger boys gave up our back to a couple of their better wrestlers, and they got some good kids. So, the season's young. That's what it's all about.
How is the parental support? How do you feel?
Oh, it's great. We got a great parental club or group here, and it starts all the way down in the elementary. I know a lot of those parents from elementary program all the way through the middle school to the high school, and the parents are very supportive of their boys, and that's what they've got to keep in mind. This is about them. It's not about us as coaches. It's not about them as parents. This is about those boys and what they are accomplishing by the task of them working hard every day.
I know it's still young in terms of the season. What have you been telling your players so far?
Well, we start in the beginning to really work on our technique. And as the year goes along, you improve. You keep using moves over and over until you get them perfected. And so what I saw tonight is I saw a lot of guys trying a lot of different things, and a lot of it worked. We had some really good matches tonight.
What's maybe a catchphrase you use a lot?
Hand control, and and keep the pressure on is pretty much my two that I use. Is because underneath you got to have a hand control, and if you don't, the guy's going to cradle you or he's going to put a half in.
When you look at the conference, who is the team to beat down the road?
Well, in our conference, we have Simley, who's ranked #1 in the state, so they're probably the #1 team. looking at our squad, we should probably, South St. Paul is good. And so I'm figuring that we should be right in probably second or third. You know, that's where we should finish. Alex, I got Alex as a freshman. He came out and he's gradually each year improved a little bit more and a little bit more. And so Alex has aspirations to, he's going to Iowa State next year, and he's looking at walking on at Iowa State possibly. So, which is fun when you're a coach to, you know, coach a kid from that and then to give them that passion that you have.
And what is your background?
I wrestled in high school at Austin Pacelli, Austin, Minnesota, and then I walked on at the University of Minnesota, and I lettered 3 years at the University of Minnesota.
Any words you want to say to the younger wrestlers as they're coming up?
Yeah, just wrestling is a hard sport, but you'll learn that to work hard, and you can carry that on throughout your whole life. There's a phrase that I say, once you've wrestled, everything else is easy.